Hello everyone, my name is Akalemal Kakania. In this video, I will give a short resume about methodology of Islamic studies based on 1 to 6 meeting. The topics are history of Islamic studies, religion in human life, dimension of Islamic teaching, research on religion, Islam as a universal religion, and the source and characteristic of Islamic teaching. So the first material is history and growth of Islamic studies in the world. In the first meeting, we learn about history and development of Islamic studies in the world. In the early period of Islam, Muslims learn religion in a simple place such as mosques, houses, and later Islamic studies become more organized and develop into an academic field. Islamic studies grew because Muslim scholars want to understand Islam more deeply. There were also important centers of Islamic learning, such as Nizamiyah in Baghdad, Al-Azhar in Cairo, Cordova in Andalusia. Many students and scholars studied theology, Islamic law, tafsir, and hadith in this place. And we also learn about Muslim scholars from different periods. In the classical era, scholars like Ibn Sina and Al Ghazali made important contribution to knowledge. In the modern era, Muhammad Abduh and Al Tahtawi focus on education and Islamic reform. In this contemporary era Islamic thought become more diverse and traditionalist, modernist, reformist, and post-traditionalist group. So the next material is religion in human life. So in this material, we discuss the role of religion in human life. So religion is important because it gives guidance, meaning, and values to people's life. And religion is not only about worship, but also about how people behave and interact with others. Religion has several functions. First, religion guides people to truth. Second, religion teach moral values and good behavior. And the third, religion give knowledge and understanding about life. Religion also becomes a guide for worship and daily activities. And religion also help shapes person identities and characters. It teach people what is good and what is bad. In society, religion encourages ethical behavior and strengthens relationship between people. The material also explain two types of religion. The first one is revolt religion, and the second one is cultural religions. So religion is very important in both personal and social life. And the next material is dimension of Islamic teaching. Islam is a complete religion or kafah because it covers all aspects of life. The three main dimensions are akidah, syariah, and akhlak. Akidah means belief and faith in Allah. It is the foundation of Islam, and Sharia means rules and laws that guide worship and social life. It includes ibadah, which is the relationship between human and Allah, and muamalah, which is the relationship between human and other people. And the last one is akhlak. Akhlak means behavior and character, such as honesty, kindness, responsibility, and respect. So these three dimensions are connected to each other. Aqidah give faith, Sharia give guidance, and akhlak shows good behavior in daily life. We also learn that Islamic teachings are still relevant in modern life, even in the era of technology and globalization. The next is meeting 4. So in this meeting, we learn research on religion and religious studies. So these two ideas are different. Religious research focus on religious teachings and doctrines. It studies holy books, theology, Islamic law, and the concept of God. And this type of research tries to understand religion from inside the religion itself. For examples, studying the Quran, Hadith, and Islamic law. Meanwhile, religious studies look at religion as a social phenomenon. It studies how people practice religion in daily life and how religion affects society. This type of research focus on social behavior, tradition, and religious activities in society. And we also learn several research models such as normative theological model, historical model, sociological model, anthropological model, and interdisciplinary model. These models help people understand religion from this different perspective. And the next is Islam and the idea of universality. In this fifth meeting, we discuss Islam as a universal religion. Islam is a universal because it is meant for all people, not only for one race or one country. We also learn about Maqasid Sharia, which are the main goals of Islamic law. These goals are protecting religions, life, intellect, family, and wealth. This shows that Islam cares about human welfare and goodness. And the material also discussed fundamentalism, exclusivism, and inclusivism, and Islamization of science. Fundamentalism means understanding religion in a very strict and literal way. Exclusivism means being close to other opinions. Inclusivism means being open and respectful to different views. And Islamization of science means combining science with Islamic values. The last material is sources and characteristic of Islamic teaching. The main source is the Quran, Al-Quran, which is the revelation from Allah to Prophet Muhammad SAW. And the second source is Hadith, which contains the saying and action of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. Uh, then there are secondary sources such as ijma, which means agreements among scholars, and the last one is qiyas, which means solving new problem using analogy. We also learn about ijtihad, which is the effort of scholars to solve problems that are not clearly explained in the Quran and Hadith. And this material also explains the characteristic of Islam. So Islam teaches belief in one God and good morals and justice, tolerance, brotherhood, and balance between knowledge and spirituality. Islam is not only a religion for worship, but also a complete guide for life. And all of these topics help us understand Islam not only as a religion, but also as a guidance and a way of life. Thank you for listening. That's all for me.